To be able to open your Trello account, it's very simple. All you have to do is Google Trello. And once you're on the login page of Trello, you want to either continue with Google, that's what I suggest, it's the easiest way, or you can sign up for an account, which you'll be able to enter the email that you want to use, and you'll have to go through a verification process. The simplest way, go through the continue with Google. So once you've selected on it, you will actually choose the account that you want to use. So for this, I will be using one of my Dream Team basically emails because I have many of them. So the DT translation info email, I click on next. My password is already entered into the system. And basically, I want to create my account. Now that you've created your account, you want to log into it. So you're going to click on Login, and it's going to bring you to the same page that we were at where we actually created the account. But now we're going to sign into it by clicking on Continue with Google. It's going to ask you which account you want to sign into. So you're going to go into the account you actually used to create your Trello boards, and it's going to bring you to this page. This page is where you actually name your workspace where you're going to be doing all of your boards. So we're going to call it Funnel Work. You do not want to invite friends at this stage to view your boards or your workspace, so just click on Continue. Now that you are on your main board, you'll see that there are the boards, the templates, home, all of the information that you need to be able to work. Now, what you want to be able to do is create your first board. Here is the creation button that you're going to use. So create your first board. You can actually give it a certain look. You can actually give it either a picture or just a basic color. So I just took a little picture of a temple or whatever, and I call it funnel. It's going to be in my workspace. That's exactly where I want it. And then create. Perfect. So this is what it actually looks like. Now, what's important is that you want to change these headings right here in the different lists, because you're going to take the cards and you're going to swap them from one list to the other. So you want to name this one, let's say, delayed, because we do have delayed funnels. We have in progress and complete. And you can also have the removed. That is what I use. Add list. Perfect. So this is the first step that you have to do to be able to start working your funnels from Trello. Now, the link that I have shared with you is the link that you're going to put in your address bar here at the top to be able to access the different templates that I am sharing with you. So you're going to enter your URL, and it's going to bring you to this page. So under do for share templates with you, you're going to click join board. Now you see there's these two templates right here that you can actually access. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the first one to open it, and you're going to copy it. Now you see that in my my little copy to here, you have the boards. So this is the templates board. You're going to copy it to your funnel and which list you want to actually put it in. So we're going to put it in progress, okay, and create card. That is for the first one. So just click on the outside and you're going to go to the second one, which is the updates. So you can actually come here, do the same thing on the right hand side, scroll down, copy the copy to board. You're going to copy it to your funnel. This time we'll just put in, we'll leave it in delayed instead of putting it in progress, because we want to show you that you can actually copy to all different lists. And you're going to create the card. Now Once that is done, you're going to close that window and you're going to go back to your funnel board that we created at the very beginning. As you see, these two cards were imported from your basically template board that I shared with you. These cards are basically malleable. You can actually switch them from one list to the other. It's very simple. It's a drag and drop. Now what you want to do is transfer them from cards into templates. Just click on the first card, the name and URL, or the funnel, depending on which one you transferred first, and so on. You just basically scroll to the bottom and it says Make Template. You're going to click on Make Template and Hide from List. Now, hiding from the list is basically just putting them in the background. They're not archived and they're not deleted, so you can re-access them, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So once you've actually made it a template and hidden it from the list, you're going to close it with the little X in the top right hand corner. So you're going to do the same thing with your new funnel template. Make a template and hide it from list. Now you see they're not there anymore. Every time you get a new client or business owner, depending on how you name them, you just click on Create from Template, the little card here in the bottom right hand corner of your list, and you're going to select which one you want. So in my case, I'm going to use New Funnel. That's what we do most of the time. So I'm going to name my card. So Andre Dufour. And I'm going to create it. Once that card is created, you just click on it again and you'll be able to enter into the card itself and actually start working on your funnel. Now, the very first thing I like doing is taking care of the picture. So once I take care of the picture and I've squared it off or made it 2x1 like we're supposed to do for the SEO, basically you just attach that photo to make it pretty. So you just click on the attachment and select where you want to get the photo from. In my case, I get it from my computer, and very simple, easy. It pops up right at the top. Everything is nice and square, and it's exactly how it's going to show on your funnel. So that's what's interesting about this. Now, just click on the sections you want to do. On the first one, it's the description. In the description, you're going to be able to enter the mentor name, display name, URL, email. So all the information that you need, you actually enter it here in this description bar at the top. And once you're done, you click on Save. You don't have to click on Save. You can click on the side. It will register, but what I've noticed is sometimes the information will not show up written, but it will be saved. So all you have to do is re-click on it like I just did, and you'll see the information. But if you want to see it once you're out of that section, you'll have to make sure that you clicked on Save. And from there, I just go down through my 6 lists that I've created. The very first one is the preliminary verification. I do that before I even actually start building my lander. So I go through this section, and if something isn't checked off, I put it in delayed automatically. And once I'm back up and going, then I can actually continue and do the landing page, the thank you page, and then the URL connection and testing. For the testing, if there's one form to fill on the desktop version, I just do one test for there. If there's 2, I do the 2. That's why I put or non-applicable. And then 3, I do it on mobile. And if I did modify something, I will redo an additional test for the desktop and the mobile, just to make sure that everything is working correctly. And then I validate the leads on the dashboard to make sure that the information did go through correctly. And I make sure, once again, that my funnel form is updated. There's no error. So I'm verifying a second time to make sure all is good. Then I will look at the aesthetics. Is the writing okay? The contrasts and all that. And then I'm ready for proofing. Now you've seen that you fill the list very simply, and once you have the whole section filled out with check marks everywhere, it gives you this green bar right here. So that tells you that this section is good to go and you can continue to the next one. I'm a very step-by-step kind of person, so I do it exactly like it's written to make sure that I'm always doing it the exact same way. And as you see, it's very simple. Just click on it a second time and it comes right off. Now you've noticed sometimes I put some labels. You'll see here in the very top that there'll be a color or something like that. Basically, I've just created a label. To be able to create the label, I just basically um, use these colors right here and press on the little crayon. You can select the color you want, but like for the green one, I like putting it with the dollar signs so that I know that it's actually a paying label. So if I see it's got a green color like this on the top here, it's because the business owner had to pay something. I use the blue. This is just a little tip for you guys, and write in cruise. And once you've created it once, it stays there. So that's the beauty of the thing. So it's in cruise. And then sometimes I'll put second funnel for, let's say, orange. Second. So you can track a little bit of what you're doing, and it's a lot simpler to be able to do it this way. Now, the other step that was interesting is to be able to follow up exactly what uh, column you were going to put your um, cards in. So what you have to do is what is called an automation. The automation is this little button. I'm showing you guys this because it's very simple to do. It's a few little steps. Just click on the add button. Basically, you want to move the card from one column to the other. How are you going to call it? We're going to call it delayed. And you want it to move it to the very top of that list. What's the list name? We're going to put in delayed, and it's in your funnel, so you don't touch that, and just write add button. You're going to do the same thing again. See, the delayed is right here. You're going to add a button, and you're going to move card. You're going to call it in progress. Oops. It goes to the very top. You're going to put it in progress, and you're going to add button. And you're going to do the same thing for the other two columns. So let's call it removed. It goes into the removed list, add button, and the very last one, complete, move the card to the complete list. Perfect. So as you see, my card is in the delayed column. If I want to go put it in the complete button, I just click on complete. It will tell you success here in the corner, and then it's already transferred. See, it's out of this column and now in the complete section. You want to move it from the complete section to in progress. Just select it. Whoop, you see it just popped up in the back. It went from complete to in progress, or you can actually slide it wherever you want to do. That's how I track my business owners, and that's how I actually work the board. And as you see, it's very complete. Everything is done. Very important last little thing, if you decide to modify your template, make sure that you click on the little card, edit templates, and then you use the little crayon here to edit your template, and just click on the X in the corner when you're done. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Few little tips that I forgot to show you during the tutorial. The very first one is concerning the labels. You see I've got the 3 labels right here. Now, if you don't know what they mean and you don't want to go back into the card, just click on the labels themselves and you'll see exactly what they mean. So the first one, the green, is the dollar signs for this card. I was paid for it. The second one is a second, third funnel, and the last one is if it's an in cruise, and I don't put any if it's an in magic funnel. So that is a little tip. You want to remove it, just click on it and it disappears. But I like to have them on. It's a lot simpler to track what I'm doing and what I'm working on. Now, if you go into the card, the second little trick that I like doing is basically using the dates. So when I have a delayed funnel, you see here we are Thursday. It will not suggest you to actually click on the same day that we are. It'll always go to the next one. So what I like to do is go directly underneath. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, that's my seventh day. So that's a warning. Um, Basically, I'm putting myself a little reminder of what I have to do in 7 days if it stays, and I don't have to monitor it all the time and check in my list. It's already in my funnel board. So I'm just going to change the hour. I like putting 12 p.m., so noon, and I always change this for 15 minutes before. Like I won't announce it a day before. So 15 minutes before, I will get a message on the email that I registered my Trello board with, indicating that I have a reminder. So you don't have to always monitor what's going on. You do have to check if there's communications or not daily, but um, to remind you that you have to remove it because it's past the 7 days, that's perfect. Or you can do the 48 hours like we've talked about lately. So just click on save and you see it automatically adds here. If after, let's say, 5 days or 6 days, the business owner actually answers you, you can click the little square beside it and it says complete. But if you don't do it that way, you can just basically click right here. And it does the exact same thing and it will be green. Now, if you don't wait for the reminder or you haven't received an email, it will pop up red and the day before it will be orange. So there's a way for you to actually know what's going on if you use the dates, and I like using that a lot. The last little trick I have for you is if you actually use the Trello boards with your phone, which I will also add a little a phone view of the Trello board on your phone, which is very interesting. So on your phone, when you're actually using Trello, all you have to do is download the app and enter the email that you've used. Now you see here I have the little icon for Trello. So when I click on it, it'll bring you to the different boards that you've built. In my case, I have the funnel building one, the one that I actually use to build my funnels. And then I have the team markup one, and I have my templates. So I haven't went into the one that I created for this tutorial. So I'm just basically going to go into my funnel building one, the one that I actually use to do my funnels in. So as you see, I've got my different lists. I have my delayed, my updates, my second funnels in progress, ready for proofing. I have my completed, etc., etc. So basically, um, it's the exact same thing as you have on your computer, but for your phone. So let's say I go into Rosalie right here. I click on her and it brings me up to her card, and it works exact same way. So if I click on the description, it brings me into the description bar. I can actually enter notes and do exactly what I was doing with my computer. And just remember there's a little check mark in the top right hand corner. If you select it, it gets you out of the description bar. If you actually decide to check different boxes, it does the exact same thing. You can check them and uncheck them, and it'll give you the green bars like we did earlier on. Now, it's a little more difficult to add dates and things like that, so it's easier to do it from the computer, but it's basically the information that you can access directly from your phone. You don't have to be at your computer. You see the different things that you can do are right here. You can add labels. If you want to share this card with different members, you can add due dates. You and create a new checklist. It's basically the same thing as your computer. I just find it easier on the computer than the phone. The phone, I use it only to access rapidly if I need it. So that's it.